Hi guys and welcome back, I'm Piotr and this is Daily Read, when we try to read something every day and learn something new. Today I'm going through The Pleasure Trap. Hope you are also reading something, at least for 5 minutes. So let me dig in and tell you the highlights, why you should read this and actually what's in it for you. So the chapter is Brains and Biases. Let's go. Okay, so the chapter is Brains and Biases. It's pretty much about, well, I would say, philosophy of subtracting instead of adding. So let's go one after another. What are we talking about? First of all, the biases. People tend to feel a lot more positive about themselves than the rest of the world. It's like, can you do it? Of course I can. Like, on average, there's, for example, 20% you will be able to actually do it, but still you're confident in some way. This is, for example, the issue with diets. Like, it won't happen to me. Yeah, it will. No offense, but you're just a statistic. You're an average in some kind of statistic. Maybe you're on the higher end, maybe you're on the lower end, and nobody knows. You probably also don't know. I mean, obviously, if you hit the gym and actually train, you can, with more or less confidence, say that, yeah, you probably won't have this issue, but it's not the only marker that will guarantee it. There are a lot of variables, so we always should have a thought that, am I biased about my opinion? And, for example, my diet, my health, my food, and my way of living. So this is the one thing. Additional thing is that we never actually faced those kind of problems with diets that we have now. We never had, in the history of mankind, such an abundance of refined sugar, carbs, fats, dairy products, meat, and all the rest. It was simply non-existing. So pretty much, yeah, subtracting our way to health is the main idea, that we should subtract food of excess. Pretty much, they're talking about removing meat, fish, fowl, eggs, dairy products, oil, especially vegetable oils, salt, and of course sugar and carbohydrates. I mean, complex carbs like in legumes, this is great, but all the sugary stuff you can eat and you can buy at the counter as a last case resort, so you will buy additional thing, this is the worst thing you can have. So the dietary excess, we have simply too much stuff, we need to remove stuff. Because unfortunately, we don't have too much of the good stuff, we have a lot of the bad stuff. Like, for example, the good stuff are whole grain foods. When was the last time you actually ate something that is vegan or vegetarian? Like, totally. For example, for 3 or even a week. Just try to go full vegetarian for a week and see how that feels. And when did you did it? Never. How often did you stuff your face with pizza like me? I love that shit. Yeah, usually a lot more often than not. And I don't really stuff my face with healthy vegetables because they are usually not that great. I would have to order it, that is costly. So we need to learn how to cook healthy stuff, so it is a tasty healthy stuff. And for example, instead of salt, we should use some other herbs that will give us the sodium we need. And if, for example, you need an excess of sodium, or you feel like this, then probably you need to eat something else, like, for example, chlorine. If you crave chips, or olive oils also might help. And olives are also naturally salty. So dietary excess, no, subtract stuff. Imagine just think about what is your most unhealthy thing you're eating, consuming on a regular basis, and, well, you just need to quit. It's like a drug, I know, but this is the first thing to go. You shouldn't add stuff to your routine, daily routine for example, to actually do something. Just remove the shit that doesn't give you anything and consumes your time, so you will just simply replace one bad thing with a good thing, instead of trying to squeeze in another positive thing. So there's that. What work can you read? Dean Ornish, he's the doctor from the Ornish diet, which is actually carbs based. No fat. There's, as I remember, a little bit fat, no meat, and only carbs. John McDougall, Caldwell Esselstyn, and pretty much there's that. Those are the 3 names. You can try to Google it. I will put this in the description below. If you find something that is really interesting, feel free to hit me up and leave a comment. Additionally, there is also the saying that everything is in moderation is acceptable. Like, a little bit won't hurt you, right? Well, actually, we should stop thinking about this. And why do I agree with that? I agree with that because at some point I read a study about cheat days. Like, for example, you are on a diet for a whole week, and on Saturday or Sunday you can stuff your face with a cheeseburger, a hamburger, french fries, and a little bit of pizza. Yeah, and pretty much all the weight you actually lost and gained on your health, you pretty much lose this on the weekend, because usually when you're stuffing yourself with stuff like that, in that amount, you usually also drink beer. Like, for example, me, I usually have to drink beer or some alcohol with friends, and have a pizza, and all that pleasurable things. It shouldn't be like that. You should go pretty much without any of those. Like, if you are on a regime, just keep it. Don't do cheat days, because instead of actually gaining, you're losing, and you're losing a lot because you already put in the hours and hard work, so it will be pretty much pointless. But unfortunately, this is the bias, because you think, because someone eventually wrote somewhere that you should have a cheat day because it will remove the tension from you of the diet for the whole week, and you will be able to indulge a little bit. Yeah, but this is like very little. I personally prefer not to indulge at all than to actually fight with the cravings. It's like, I make a decision, I don't do it, and then I don't have to make this decision because I already made it, like forever and ever. I don't eat shitty carbs and sugar and refined stuff, no. And it's making my life easier. Well, obviously I won't order a pizza and look at this for the whole day and maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't, no, just like remove the temptation from the equation. That's it. So to sum up pretty much that couple of pages, dietary deficiencies were common, they are not anymore, and we didn't evolve to the current state that we are actually able to eat all we can, and our bodies also didn't evolve. Pretty much, as I said previously, meat, fish, fowl, eggs, dairy products, processed oil, salt, refined carbohydrates, and the recreational drugs should go out, with alcohol, obviously, and cigarettes. And that's it. It's pretty much not about adding something to your life. Like, I mean, obviously you can add sports by all means, but try to remove something that is negative. Like, for example, instead of additionally trying to go for a walk or a run, sit less in front of the PC or in front of the TV and just simply move the time from one activity to another activity, which is a lot beneficial for you. Okay, so pretty much there's that for today. I'm ranting a little bit too much. If you got any comments, feel free to hit me up in the comment section. Let's talk about this. I think that this is actually a great idea. I'm currently on a fasting diet with only 3-hour windows, only pretty much meat, this is keto, and fats without any carbs. It helps me a lot because I actually subtracted a lot. Maybe I will be able to move to vegetarian diet. If I will be able, I will tell you. I will give you a hint. And that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you learned something today. Hope you read something today. And see you next time. Bye for now.